Jamin Mayer, Parker Tree Service, Longmont, Colorado, August 12th, 2021. I'm just reviewing a locust tree that has a mild case of Thyronectria canker, also known as locust canker. The customer asked me a question, and the question right off the bat was, why is this tree starting to turn color now? So the way I know it, the definition is senescence. So when you see fall color on trees, that's called senescence. What's that doing? It's gonna, you can say temporarily die. No, it's gonna go into dormancy, right? So this area is basically, it likely just might change color, senesce, right? Because in this case, I know that branch is loaded with disease, and that disease is, like I just mentioned, locust canker. What that does is clog the vascular system of the branch. And you can see there's another branch right above it, right there, that's 100% dead. If I continue to change my perspective, you'll see a little bit better. And change my perspective to give like a, call it like a profile, or what do you call it? Now a contrast between the blue sky and the dead branch and how defoliated it is. This tree has numerous large dead branches, and for the ratio, the size of some of these dead branches in the tree compared to the whole tree size, they're actually very large. So for example, this one is dead and it attaches to this parent stem, and that is still alive. And so one of the we have a couple tricky issues here with this type of tree in this situation. Whoops, I need to stay out. I know that that branch is completely dead right there, this whole part, and then I can cut it off right at their branch collar, clean up that little broken thing right about there, and then I can say, let's call it good on this one, leave it alone. So let's say I prune this tree in dormancy when the leaves are off. But what I don't know is if there's going to be, what do I say, the vascular system, it gets clogged up the following year, and that could be up to 7 to 10 months away, or even longer. So for example, let's say I prune the tree in November, something like that, and then I get a report back that maybe this branch right here is dead, and then a report back saying, hey, you missed a spot. I just like to say that that may not always be true. It's more likely not true, especially when we do what we call like a scratch test while we're pruning in the tree. So if the tree has the appearance of, or I say a branch has the appearance of being fully alive, we'll scratch it and it'll have a bright green appearance underneath the bark. If it's dead, then it's brown. It's pretty simple. What I want to show is evidence of disease on this particular branch. I'm gonna have to zoom in. What you're gonna look for is kind of little shiny spots along that branch. I say shiny spots because that's some of the gummosis in that branch, and that's how the tree is going to manage disease, by pushing that disease out of that branch. The issue is it is such a bad, or the problem is, I guess, such a bad disease that's more or less out of control in the area. The tree is continuously going to be, say, introduced to this fungal disease because it does spread through the wind, air, right? And I forgot, even this upper side right here is going through early senescence right now. So that could tell me there could be some tip dieback next year, and but it's just unknown until obviously next year. And just for an FYI, or for the record, if I zoom in over here, the neighbor one house down has actually a locust tree with more of a